Welcome back to B&B for Phone. Today is an absolutely beautiful day to dive headfirst into the chaotic, glamorous world of Los Angeles. Grab your coffee and get comfortable, because we have a massive rumor to dissect today, and it involves some serious Forrester family shakeups. Let's be honest, the tension at Forrester Creations has been completely off the charts lately. But here's the surprise. The drama surrounding ELECTRA and Will Spencer is about to reach a boiling point that nobody saw coming. We all know that ELECTRA is deeply entangled in a complicated, messy romance with Will. And you won't believe what happens next, because this love story is facing fierce, downright ruthless opposition from the Forrester patriarchs. Specifically, Ridge and Eric Forrester are sticking their noses where they absolutely do not belong. Because of the long-standing, bitter historical feud with the Spencer family, Ridge and Eric are actually forcing ELECTRA into a corner. They are handing down brutal ultimatums, demanding that she choose between Will and her place at Forrester Creations. Can you believe it? They are literally trying to dictate her heart by holding her career hostage. That's crazy. But recent cryptic clues and fan speculation are heavily pointing toward a massive plot twist. Fans are buzzing with the prediction that ELECTRA's father, John Forrester Jr., might be making a highly anticipated, dramatic return to Los Angeles. Why? To confront Ridge and Eric face to face and protect his daughter from their overbearing, manipulative control. So, do we think John Forrester Jr. is actually going to pack his bags and storm into the Forrester CEO office? Let's break down this suspenseful possibility, because I am absolutely here for it. I am so tired of Ridge acting like the king of the castle, and John Jr.'s arrival would be the ultimate reality check for these controlling men. Whether the network decides to bring back a familiar face or cast one of those fresh replacement actors to play the role, John's return is exactly what this show needs right now. To really understand why John's arrival is so necessary, we have to look deeply at ELECTRA's current psychological state. This poor girl is being pulled in a million different directions, and my heart just breaks for her. First of all, she is already dealing with the catastrophic fallout of her Aunt Ivy Forrester's toxic machinations. Ivy literally intercepted a letter to keep ELECTRA and Will apart, proving that manipulation runs deep in this family's DNA. ELECTRA feels betrayed by her own blood. She is a brilliant young designer whose career was built on the foundations laid by Ivy and Quinn, but now she is rebelling against that very control. She threatened to quit if Steffy didn't fire Ivy. And now, just as she is trying to figure out if she and Will can repair the damage, Eric and Ridge swoop in to play God with her life. ELECTRA is feeling suffocated, overwhelmed, and entirely alienated by the men who are supposed to support her. She is standing at a crossroads, terrified that choosing true love will cost her the family legacy she has worked so hard to uphold. Let's talk about the absolute staggering hypocrisy of Ridge Forrester for a second. I mean, seriously, who does he think he is? Ridge is currently lecturing ELECTRA about family loyalty and the dangers of the Spencer family, while his own life is a total, messy disaster. Right now, as we speak, Ridge is entertaining a highly seductive offer from Brooke Logan to replace his own daughter Steffy as co-CEO of Forrester Creations. Brooke is using romance to manipulate Ridge into shifting the corporate power dynamics just to protect Hope's fashion line. Ridge is weak-willed, uncomfortable, and yet he is actually considering betraying Steffy. How dare he turn around and give ELECTRA an ultimatum about loyalty? It is infuriating. Ridge is projecting his own insecurities and inability to control his chaotic love life onto his young niece. He wants to control ELECTRA because he cannot even control his own boardroom. And what about Will Spencer? This guy is not going to just roll over and let the Forresters dictate his life. We already saw Will and RJ Forrester get into a literal physical scuffle right there in the Forrester Creations office. Will is furious, defensive, and fiercely protective of the Spencer name. But here is the real question. What happens when Dollar Bill Spencer finds out that Eric and Ridge are bullying his son's girlfriend? You know, Bill is going to unleash hell. The Spencer-Forrester rivalry is one of the most legendary, slow-paced plot elements that always delivers massive payoffs when it finally explodes. If Ridge pushes ELECTRA too far, he isn't just alienating a talented designer, he is declaring all-out war on the Spencers. And frankly, I am rooting for Will here. He has been through the ringer with Dylan moving out and Ivy's lies, so he deserves a fighting chance with ELECTRA. Will is showing true vulnerability, trying to fix what Ivy broke, and it is disgusting that Ridge is using corporate leverage to punish him. So, picture this scene. The boardroom at Forrester Creations. Ridge is standing there, arrogant as ever, pointing his finger at ELECTRA, demanding she dump. Will RJ is smirking in the corner, channeling all that aggressive Massimo Marone heritage he has been displaying lately. Suddenly, the heavy wooden doors swing open, and in walks John Forrester Jr. Boom! One of the ultimate successor characters makes his grand entrance. John has never been one to bow down to Ridge's golden boy complex. He is Eric's son, he has Forrester blood, and he is not going to let a guy who isn't even biologically a Forrester bully his daughter. The psychological dynamic here would be explosive. John would immediately call out Ridge's hypocrisy, pointing out that Ridge's own son, RJ, is aggressively harassing ELECTRA while she is vulnerable. Amazing! I can already see the shock on Ridge's face when someone finally holds him accountable for his toxic behavior. But the real heartbreak, the true emotional core of this potential storyline, would be John's confrontation with his father, Eric. Eric is the patriarch. He is supposed to be the loving, accepting grandfather. Yet, his hatred for the Spencers has blinded him to ELECTRA's happiness. John would have to look his aging father in the eye and ask him why a decades-old corporate vendetta is more important than his granddaughter's heart. This would force Eric to confront his own mortality and his legacy. Is his legacy going to be love and family, or is it going to be bitterness and control? I genuinely believe that John is the only person who can break through Eric's stubbornness. ELECTRA is too young and intimidated, but John has the history and the gravitas to make Eric back down. The emotional weight of a father defending his daughter against his own father is exactly the kind of high-stakes drama we crave. And you won't believe how perfectly this ties into the current corporate warfare happening on the show. Think about it. Katie Logan Spencer is currently trying to lure Hope Logan away from Forrester Creations to work for her brand new fashion house, Logan. Donna is terrified that this is going to ignite a massive family feud between Katie and Brooke. But what if Katie pivots? What if Katie sees the way Ridge and Eric are treating ELECTRA? Katie is Will's mother. If she sees her son's girlfriend being abused by Forrester management, Katie could easily swoop in and offer ELECTRA a prime, lucrative position at Logan. Imagine the absolute shock on Ridge's face if his ultimatum backfires, and ELECTRA not only chooses Will, but also takes her incredible design talent straight to the Spencer-backed Logan fashion house. That would be the ultimate plot twist. It would completely destroy Ridge's leverage and leave Forrester Creations scrambling to replace one of their top young talents. We also cannot ignore RJ's role in this entire mess. RJ has been acting incredibly entitled lately, assuming that flattery and his Forrester name will get him everywhere. He has made it his personal mission in life to show ELECTRA that she deserves better than Will. But let's be honest, RJ is just taking advantage of the chaos created by Ivy. If John Forrester Jr., comes to town, he is going to see right through RJ's nice guy act. John will recognize that RJ is using his grandfather Massimo's aggressive, predatory tactics to corner ELECTRA. A showdown between John and RJ would be phenomenal television. It would be a clash of generations, a fight over what it truly means to respect a woman's choices. Will RJ back down when faced with ELECTRA's fiercely protective father? I highly doubt it, which means the suspense is only going to escalate as RJ tries to prove his dominance against both Will and John. Meanwhile, all of this Forrester drama is happening while the rest of Los Angeles is completely melting down. We have Deacon and Taylor naively trying to build a romance while Sheila Carter is lurking in the shadows, ready to unleash her psychotic May Sweeps revenge plot. We have poor Carter and Daphne facing devastating infertility heartbreak. Everyone is dealing with intense emotional trauma, and Ridge is wasting his time playing matchmaker and dictator. It just proves how out of touch the Forrester leadership has become. They are so obsessed with their legacy and their hatred for the Spencers that they are completely ignoring the very real human emotions of the people working for them. This is why a massive shakeup is inevitable. The foundation of Forrester Creations is cracking, and John Forrester Jr.'s arrival could be the earthquake that brings the whole toxic structure crashing down. So, to answer the burning question, do I think John Forrester Jr. will come to LA? Yes, I absolutely do. The writing is on the wall. The writers have painted ELECTRA into a corner where she has no allies left in that building. Ivy is a manipulative traitor. Steffy is distracted by Brooke's hostile takeover attempt for the co-CEO chair, and Ridge and Eric are acting like dictators. The narrative desperately needs a hero, a wild card to shake up the established power dynamics. John's return would not only save ELECTRA, but it would also shift the balance of power at Forrester Creations just in time for the summer storylines. I am predicting that John will arrive, he will publicly humiliate Ridge for his hypocrisy, and he will give ELECTRA the strength to stand up to the Forrester machine once and for all. It is going to be a bumpy ride, folks. The Bold and the Beautiful is setting up a war that will tear families apart. Between Brooke trying to steal Steffy's job, Katie trying to poach Hope, Sheila Carter stalking Taylor and Deacon, and now this massive Spencer Forrester Romeo and Juliet situation with Will and ELECTRA. LA is burning. I cannot wait to see Ridge get knocked off his high horse and forced to face the consequences of his actions. What do you guys think? Will John Jr. make his triumphant return? Will ELECTRA jump ship to Katie's new company? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to keep tuning in to B&B for Phone for all your juicy updates.
What do you guys think about today's drama? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for your daily dose of bold and beautiful news. See you in the next video.